And that's another important issue. That's where the need gets created for productivity. And that's where the smartness or a smart data capture will lead to the kind of productive needs for a business. Now, we understood there is a need for productivity. Then how do we do productivity? How do make it productive, and how do we achieve this productivity? This is where no code comes as a solution. So what is no code? Let me introduce quickly about no code. So no code is like just building apps with WYSIWYG editor. What does it mean? It means what you see is what you get. So it's an editor which simply shows you something, and using that you can create your own apps. And basically it is enabled with a drag and drop component, and it's quick to assemble and design applications. That's typically the definition of a no-code platform. And why no-code has come into existence? When the smartness and the productivity has to go hand in hand, most of the times, who are these people who can build? Anyone who are resourceful, anyone who work directly with the business, anyone who are customer facing, anyone who are market facing, anyone. So these are all the people. They are not developers by trade. They don't classify themselves as a developer, or they don't earn anything by trade as being a developer. They are the real people who are in the business world, and they understand exactly what is required to automate a process, what is required to capture in the smartness, smart way, or what is required to bring the productivity from the data capture, which eventually reduces the cost, operation, efficiencies, everything. Everything is taken care. So these are the people. And typically these are the people who use no-code platforms, and they are called citizen developers. So anyone who can develop apps without the consent of being earning or anything by trade, they are developer. They don't need to have any technical knowledge. They don't need to have anything, because they will be working on something called as what you see is what you get. So they just need to structure their creativity in what they see, and they bring out the smartness in what they get. And that's where the productivity and everything comes into play. And anyone who has the initiative to build his or her applications can be a citizen developer. There is no restriction on age. There is no restriction on kind of whatever trainings or learnings or apprehensions or fear we have in mind. Nothing is required. Anyone can build applications on no code, and anyone who does that is called a citizen developer. And where they do on a no code platform. Now, what is a typical no code fit? Now let's understand this. This is a very important thing. See, over the period, the traditional development is what we have seen in a centralized solution. We have moved way away from that. We started with something called as RAD, which is Rapid Application Development. Then we moved into something called as Software Application as a Service, wherein there's a lot of demand from the business to rapidly deploy solutions to the market in a less time. That's when the software application as a service has come into play. And then over a period of time, there are certain repeated tasks that are coming over and over. That's when we got something like as platform as a service. So platform as a service actually brings a set of defined functions for a business, which they can quickly deploy and quickly pull, drag, drop, and done. They're done. Let's say I want to create an invoicing flow. I want to onboard a vendor. I want to onboard a customer. I want to send an invoice to a customer. It's already done. So I just select, okay, I need to select the customer, then I need to assign the details, address details, and finally done. Once I say, please send a Gmail having its PDF of the invoice. So this is like a platform as a service, right? So this is the next one. Now, no-code typically is application platform as a service. No-code is the latest and the topmost one that you see. If you go with platform as a service, it is a low code. If you go further down, it is a software as a service. If you go further down, it is rapid application development. And before that, it's typically a traditional development cycle. So depending on what exactly we are looking at is what the need of the business today. So most of the no-code platforms are all application platform as a service. It's not platform as a service, nor it's software as a service, nor it's rapid application development in place. It's typically just, so what it means is like, I want to build a invoicing application. Go ahead, subscribe to the platform, pull few things, just package them and done, you're done. That's where your application is ready. So that's how it is called application platform as a service. And typically where it fits, it doesn't fit for all the mission critical, as I said, like the core business applications, core trading applications. No, it's a big no, because core trading applications have to run as per the rules of the business. A lot of legal aspects would be there. This is purely for a data capture, which falls in the 30 or 40% of the business, which is not on the core, but on the outer side of the business, which is on the other than the core. Like you connect with the customer onboarding, customer management, engagement, feedback, post-sale, marketing, all this kind of connects is where you can have non-mission critical applications, which typically work on data collection, reporting, or kind of a data flow, or simply a dashboarding. Yeah, I just want to bring up a dashboard on how many sales are happening in this region for these kind of products. I don't need to dive into my CRM, write all the SQLs, get all the formatting, then run all the report generators, and then print a report, then work on it. No, I just connect using a platform. I say, hey, this is the source, just get me that data. Bingo, the data is available to you. That's where you can use no code as a best fit. So friends, don't assume no code will solve everything. No code will solve only which are standalone and non-mission critical applications. And typically it is as a application platform as a service. Now, if you want some of the critical applications to come into no code, then you have to reduce your level. You have to go to platform as a service, which is a low code. If you want further more critical, you have to go a little below, which is you have to build or work at software as a service. If you want totally critical applications to be enabled and to be monitored, but you want to do it as, then you have to do at the rapid application development level. So this is about the no code fit. This is very important for everyone to know what plays good for no code and what are. And the best use cases, what are the advantages of no code? It has been found that 74 applications, percent of the applications, overall applications built in the world today on no code are with less application development cost, which means like most of the applications that you build will be on a direct cost, which is just the subscription charges to the platform as a service, nothing else. Because all underlying architecture, the resource cost, everything is taken care by the cloud layer, which is a physical layer which your IT can handle. Then it increases productivity and it gives a lot of actionable insights, because the people who are building these applications are the people from the business. They are the people who are actually working on the process flows and all these kind of ingredients. It makes them more resourceful. They are more resourceful. They understand what is the data and how it has to be processed. And these people are building a lot of applications which give with a lot of actionable insights and less complexity. And typically what could be the use cases where anyone would like to replace a paper-based task? Like I give this, like we have taken the example of a KYC. KYC is the best example where you can just smart capture and just churn it over, and it can be portable into various forms. It could be in a device, it could be in a tab, it could be in a mobile, it could be in a laptop, it could be in a any kind of a version, irrespective whether it's a Android or an iPhone or a Windows mobile, it can be available. Because a lot of hybrid apps or no-code apps run as a service, as platform as a service. So it can be synchronized with Chrome or any of the browsers, and they can just pull this data and it can run. So this is the best is, and moreover, it becomes a best enabler. Why it becomes a best enabler is like you don't need technology, or you don't need the technology inputs to develop applications. You think you understand the onboarding process well, just go ahead, pull some kind of controls and bingo, your application is ready. You don't need to get it verified. You don't need to a tester to run through it, because since the applications are democratized, which means they run in the same fashion, whoever develops it, it doesn't matter whatever is the kind of design you are. You just go ahead, implement your creativity, make it beautiful, and you're done. That's where you don't need to have a dependency on the technology. You don't need to have a dependency on the skill. You don't need to be afraid that you don't know how to build a KYC form. You just pull the data, what is required, put all your creativity, and you're done. And that's where the best thing you can. And that's what the best use case, where IT is supposed to be the enabler. That's the best part. Initially, when you do automation, IT is really the enabler. But as you grow in size in your business and your kind of transactions you do, IT suddenly starts putting on the restrictions and all. That's when they don't seem to be the enabler. But with this no-code kind of a solutions, they are the best enabler, and they can give a lot of productivity. And there are a lot of success stories for no-code. 65% of the apps designed are only done or created to get the work done by the users. See how beautiful is this fact. And 42% of the applications help run business more efficiently. And 27% of the applications, no-code applications created so far, are kept with the end user in mind. So it doesn't matter whatever is your core system. It doesn't matter whatever is your core data or your core business. You just build an interface that will keep your customer in mind. You can connect with your customer, engage better, and get the application, get the smart data capture, and bring on the productivity. That's how it works.